We left Sarajevo in the afternoon and headed to Konjic, a small town further down on our way through Bosnia and Herzegovina.
We stopped off and we bought some honey, and we bought that lovely apple cider vinegar as well, didn't we? Yeah. Absolutely delicious.
We've had a lot of honey. We got into Konjic in the evening. It was getting late, so we thought we'd just look for a park up straight away. There were a couple of park ups on Park for Night, and we found one beside the river.
We got out of the van and popped down to the river to have a look around to see if we thought it would be safe. It was absolutely beautiful. The water was crystal clear, and we're like, yeah, we're going to stay here for tonight. It's going to be a great place to park up.
In the morning I put the drone up just to have a look at the surroundings and see where we were. The valley was just breathtaking, the river was beautiful, and I like my wild swimming, so I thought, yes, I'm going to get in there.
Rather you than me.
So cold.
Do it.
Do it.
Just do it.
I'm straight out of it.
Go on, just do it. We'd already decided there were 3 key things that we'd wanted to do whilst we were there, weren't we? We wanted to go to the bunker, we wanted to go rafting, and go and look at the old town.
So, first thing in the morning, we'd already organised this. We travelled to Travel Konjic, a sort of tour agency place that we had found online that offered all sorts of excursions and trips. And we started a day of rafting. Started at about 10 o'clock. Went on till about 5 o'clock, and it was stunning.
Yeah, it was a full day activity, wouldn't it? It'd be great to take kids with you, or just go on your own like we did. We had a couple of stops on the way down, one for our barbecue lunch, and one to do some cliff jumping. Definitely not something that I was going to be partaking in, but Damo seemed to love it.
Yeah, I was up for it. We did quite a bit of swimming as well on the way down, just kind of, because there wasn't so much white water rafting, it was much more relaxing than that, so a lot of the time we could just get out and swim, and it was absolutely gorgeous. I mean, it's one of the loveliest things I've ever done.
Way too cold for me.
We'd had a restaurant recommended to us, and so after the rafting we decided to walk into town. Took about 20 minutes. We crossed this lovely bridge, carried on walking in, had a little look round but not much, and then went to the restaurant, which kind of overlooked most of the town. It was a lovely spot. Babes?
Cat's eating my fish. The meal, including desserts and coffees, was absolutely delicious and came to about £15.
Yeah.
It was great value.
Really cheap, wasn't it?
Yeah.
At the end of it was getting a bit dark, so we decided to walk back. It was perfectly safe. The only thing is, I'd say that you needed some kind of torch because it got incredibly dark. First thing in the morning, we decided to walk back into town and give it a little bit more of an explore to see a lot more than we did the night before.
And the main town's bridge was destroyed actually by the German army. They blew it up, but the pillars remained, but the actual deck was destroyed. But it wasn't actually repaired until 2008, I believe. So it's an Ottoman period at the beginning.
Beautiful bridge. And around it was sort of the old town with lovely cafes and restaurants and stuff and places you could chill out. Obviously you've got the main part of the town, and then you've got the central mosque and another bridge that we crossed and came back on the other side.
You can see the market as well, which is just there.
We stopped off for breakfast by the old bridge in a hotel called Hotel Konak. We had ustupici again, which is our favourite.
Donuts with cream. Not even donuts, but yum.
We spent a couple more hours walking around and exploring Konjic before we headed back to Konjic Travel to have a light lunch, he says, because we were going to be going to Tito's bunker in the afternoon.
In order to get into Tito's bunker, you need to buy tickets in advance, and luckily we did that earlier in the day at Konjic Travel.
Okay, we're at Tito's bunker. Probably not supposed to be filming, so I'll pretend it's not on, I think. We didn't really know what to expect at Tito's bunker. We knew there was an art gallery that occurred there every so often, and it was somewhere that you needed to go if you were in Konjic. So we just followed the other cars on our way in and waited to see what it was all about.
Basically, at that point there were 16 soldiers, officers, who were in charge of maintenance, keeping it always running and ready to be used in case of nuclear war. We say luckily, it was never used, though it was the third investment of ex-Yugoslavia, though it was never used, we say luckily, because nuclear war never happened, yes. But this facility, all as long until 1992, remained the best kept secret of ex-Yugoslavia. And even these soldiers, these officers who maintained it, they never knew what was the purpose of this top secret military facility. It was a time of Cold War, so the military underground facilities were built throughout Yugoslavia, but this was let's say, most significant military. It was underground war command, where all the members of military political top, along with Marshal President Tito, would be placed and safe in case of nuclear war.
Okay, so that was fascinating. I mean, I wasn't expecting it, and it was just an amazing place. And the guide was stunning. Having our own personal guide, I thought was great.
Yeah, it was kind of weird because you didn't really know what you were going to get, and to find an art gallery inside a nuclear bunker was just like really mad.
Yeah, that's what came next. We walked around and we looked at these pieces of art, which were thought-provoking. The gallery wasn't up to its normal par because of COVID, so there were lots of bits and pieces missing. But I assume at some point in the future that it will get back on track. It's mad to think that hidden behind these trees is the entrance to a nuclear bunker facility that was the third largest military site in the whole of Yugoslavia.
We spent a wonderful few days here,
Yeah.
and you could easily spend a week here with all the activities that are on offer.
Yeah, Konjic is a lovely town.
Yeah, definitely a great place to visit.